Good morning, my friends. How you doing? Dan McDonald, the Life Regenerator, baby. This is another video dedication from my friend Steve this is to Arnold's nephew, and his name is Kevin. So, Kevin, how you doing, man? I'm always here to help people to try and get healthy. And Steve wanted to let you know that he cares about you, and he wants to see you get healthy as well. And we all want to see people get healthy. So let me take about 9 minutes to share. I'm going to put it in the context of, what would Dan do if he was overweight and wanted to improve the quality of his life? Okay, first of all, the first thing I'd do, and you all know I'm going to say this, I would begin to start eating raw foods. Nobody ever has to transition into raw foods overnight. You want to know how you become a raw foodist? You just go eat raw food, a raw food meal today. That's it. That's all you do. Make your next meal a raw food meal. Go get a salad. You can get a good salad anywhere. You don't need to worry about the technicalities of it. But a lot of times it's hard to get a really truly raw salad in this world because they put a lot of the chemical flavorants and additives, and a lot of things get cooked and things like that, and inorganic foods. So that'll go right into the next thing. Raw foods, it's a no-brainer. Fruits and vegetables will really help anybody and everyone lose weight. So if I had weight issues, the first thing I would do is I would start eating lots and lots of fruits and vegetables. The second thing that I would do as important, I would start educating myself on what's in these foods, because there's a lot of strange things that they put into our food these days, and a lot of them are in the processed foods that make us eat and eat and eat and eat and eat. So it's like they turn them into drugs. They turn the food into drugs, which is really the most abused drug. But the interesting thing about food is that you have to eat. So it's one of those drugs, and nobody needs to smoke weed, nobody needs to drink alcohol, but you do need to eat, you know what I'm saying? So it's a real fine line. So they've really done quite a number on us. So what I try to do is to keep my life from falling downhill and getting my brain fuzzy and getting my glands and organs all clogged up with different chemicals and stuff. I avoid processed foods at all costs. I mean, every once in a while I'll eat a Larabar, which is like almonds, dates, and cinnamon, or something like that. But that's about as the extent of the processed food I'm going to go. So I'm pretty advanced as far as the raw food thing personally, but people can start on the raw food diet easily by just eating a couple pieces of fruit, or going to the juice bar and ordering a juice, or going to a restaurant where they order a smoothie. But make sure that it's fresh food and not a bunch of frozen stuff with powders and stuff, because those are okay and is sort of a step in the right direction, but you want the electricity of the raw, unaltered foods if you want to lose weight. Losing weight on raw foods, I mean, people are like, that's a miracle. You all met Steve, 95 pounds in 3 months. In other words, he lost more than a pound a day on raw foods, fruits, vegetables, and juices. More than a pound a day. And you know what? I hear about that over and over and over again. I've seen it clinically. I've seen it. People that really hit this hard and go on the fruit and vegetable path, that have a strong mind, that decide to do it and make the decision to love themselves enough to get healthy, have what the world calls miraculous results. Dave the Raw Food Trucker lost, last time I talked to him, I haven't talked to him in a long time. I don't know why, but the last time I talked to him, he lost 220 pounds on a raw food diet in less than 2 years. So these other programs and stuff, they're just slow, man, because raw food is human food. It's real food from the planet, because when the humans leave this place, the raw food is still going to be here and the cooked food isn't. So what that tells me, the berries and the fruits and the vines and the herbs are going to continue to grow long after the humans are gone. And the processed foods will not be here. There will not be stoves growing in nature. There will not be packaged, canned, or processed foods, but the berries will grow. The herbs will grow. So that tells me it's part of a more eternal plan for a sustainable life. I know I'm repetitious for a lot of you viewers, but this is for Kevin, and I want to inspire him if I can, which is my job. So the next thing, after we get on the raw foods, fruits, vegetables, salads, smoothies, and juices, and also making the decision that I'm going to love myself now and get my life back, because you can do it. You can get your life back, you can become beautiful, and you can become healthy, and you can really fill yourself up with a lot of self-power. Okay, because you can do this. Now, we need to remember the power of the mind, the power that we have in our mind to create a better life. We have to believe in our own self. When nobody else around us believes, we have to believe in ourselves. We have to tap in to that inner power. Let me transmit it to you here real quick. This is a little strange, but let me just transmit it to you all. Yes. The transmission of the power of your own self to believe that you can do it, even when everyone else, believe me. Oh, you got to when I tell you, you'll never do it. You can't do raw foods. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Haha, Dan will do this for like a week or two and then he'll quit. Here I am 10 years later. Now all my family and friends and everyone that said, oh God, another one of Dan's crazy schemes, they come to me now to learn, oh Dan, I'm really sick. Dan, I'm really in pain. Dan, I'm still strung out. Dan, can you help me? Dan, I'm overweight. All those people that didn't want to believe when I started another one of my crazy things with the raw food, because I do my own thing, you know what I'm saying? And I want to encourage you, Kevin, to do your own thing. If any of this makes sense to you, again, you can talk to Steve and get my number from him, and you can call me, man, and ask me any questions you want. But we've got to remember the power of the mind. Ask yourself, honestly, just be honest with yourself, do I want to do this? Ask yourself again, do I really believe that I can? Ask yourself, is this raw food thing make any sense at all? I'm just asking you to try it out for a while. And you don't have to, it's not like a black and white. Today I'm a cooked foodist, tomorrow I'm a raw foodist. You just slowly add in more raw foods, fruits and vegetables, and salads. I mean, just go to the juice bar and order a juice. It's as simple as that. It'll be the best $8 you ever spent. Sometimes people say, I can't afford organic. And I guess I kind of understand that, but I don't, because I've never been able to not afford organic. I have to have organic because the organic food has so much more nutrition in it that you can eat a lot less to get satisfied. It's interesting, but in the long term, by buying organic, you actually save a lot of money, because you'll get out of one organic apple, you're going to get the same amount of nutrients, energy, phytonutrients, and minerals that you're going to get out of 4 or 5 regular apples that have been sprayed with pesticides, which are actually nervous system disruptors, endocrine gland disruptors on the pesticides. So I always encourage everyone to eat raw. I know even some of my organic, even some of my close friends don't get to do organic all the time, but you know, I'm very passionate about organic food. So I want to encourage everyone, organic raw fruits and vegetables. Try to believe in abundance. And so, Kevin, thanks a lot. Again, like 10 minutes goes by like nothing. But it's really, and I know I repeat myself. I understand that, but I have to tell you the truth, that a lot of things that are about the human experience and transcending levels of limitations and moving on to higher levels, the more simple things are, the higher level you're going to be at, because you're going to be in a more spacious type place where the power has room to grow in your life. So believe in the power of the source of your own self, and sit for 5 minutes a day with your eyes closed, looking for that self. Ask yourself, what am I? What is the source of my life? And tap into that and find that out. And ask yourself this one last question. If you had all the money in the world, what would you do with your time? If money was not a concern, ask yourself this question, and ask it to yourself several times today. You want to know what I'd do? I'd be a life regenerator on YouTube. I would be helping people get healthy, spreading the message of fruits, vegetables, organics, and love. That's what I'm doing. If money wasn't an issue, what would you do? Thanks, Kev. Thanks, everybody.